Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today's video is a comparison video on the Modern Renaissance palette, and I also have the imitation palette. I believe that's how you would call it. This one is not the original one. This one is the original one. So we are going to be doing the same eye look and testing the imitation on the eyes. If I could just take it out. Okay, so the packaging looks exactly the same as the original one. I don't have the box for the original one anymore. So this is what the palette looks like, and then this is what the original looks like. So as you can see, the pink is a little bit more washed out on the original one than this one. This is what the shades look like from the imitation one. I don't find a difference yet. They look pretty similar to me. This is what the original one looks like. As you guys can see, the colors look more vibrant. That Primavera shade looks more vibrant. The Real Girl shade looks more vibrant. And then this is what the imitation one looks like. So as you can see, the colors are more opaque, but we shall see how they perform on the eyes. And if you guys like these type of videos, maybe like comparing palettes or like, you know, high-end makeup versus like the imitation version, don't forget to thumbs up this video and also subscribe to my channel if you're not yet part of our T Squad family. And with that being said, let's just jump into the video because I'm actually on my way to work, so I gotta hurry up, you know. I'm gonna go into the imitation palette and I'm gonna take what I would normally take. I'm gonna take raw sienna. They're not as powdery as the Modern Renaissance, so we shall see. And I'm gonna do this eye, the imitation eye. I'm just gonna pop this on the crease. I don't know what kind of ingredients this palette has. I'm pretty sure they're not the best, but this is what it's looking like. It does have pigment to it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take raw sienna on the other eye. Oh yeah, so the original palette is definitely much more pigmented. Yeah, it's much more intense, as you can see. I'm gonna build this one up with the imitation palette because I don't want to look too cuckoo, you know what I mean? Okay, so up next I am going to take burnt orange, which is this shade right here, and this is the imitation palette. And I'm gonna take this one and I'm just going to pop it in the crease as well, and then I'm gonna go into the other eye and do the same. Not bad for an imitation palette. So far it's looking good. So I'm going to take burnt orange from the original Modern Renaissance and I'm going to do it on this eye. Next I'm going to take Real Girl, which is like the burnt orange in the palette. I'm going to take Real Girl on my brush and I'm going to pop this also on the crease. I'm going to take Real Girl from the original palette. It's definitely more vibrant and more orange. It's more intense and definitely powdery. I'm going to take that one and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Up next, I'm going to take the flat brush that this palette came with, and I'm taking the shade Primavera, which is the one that we all love from this palette, I believe. And this is from the imitation palette, and I'm not spraying my brush or anything. We're just going to see how it applies like this. So it's definitely not intense. So now I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go into Primavera from the original palette, and let's see. Definitely a little more intense from the original palette, but I wouldn't apply my shimmer shadows that way anyways. So I'm going to spray my brush with some setting spray and I'm going to go into the imitation palette and see if we can get this more vibrant. Now we're talking. I'm going to do the same thing with the original palette. Okay, so one thing I will say, the imitation palette, the shade Primavera, is much more gold. So you can see it's a much more orange gold, whereas this one is a much more white gold. So you can tell the difference, definitely. Surprisingly, I'm digging more the imitation palette so far. I know that's kind of weird, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but the imitation shadow is more vibrant and it's more gold, whereas this one is more subtle. So I'm just going to take some of that imitation and I'm just going to pop it on this side because I'm on my way to work and I don't want to look too crazy. So up next, I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to take burnt orange, which is this shade here from the imitation palette. I'm going to buff that on my lower lash line real quickly. Take a flat brush and I'm going to take Cypress Umber, which is like the brown, and I'm first going to go into the original palette and I'm just going to place this on my waterline. They're both really pigmented. I don't know if you guys are able to see, but they're both really dark brown. I don't see any difference so far in the shadows except for the Primavera shade. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop on some lashes and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, I went ahead and popped on some lashes and honestly you guys, I feel like you can't really see much of a difference in my eyes besides that Primavera shade in the palette, which is like the shimmery shadow. I'm obviously going to keep using the imitation palette and test out the colors and see if they last long on my eyes. Like that's going to be the big question, if they don't like smudge or like, you know, sometimes when you put on eyeshadow and it kind of like just goes everywhere, and that's gonna be the main question here, is that if it's gonna last. But so far my eyes look good. You can't really tell the difference between this eye or this eye. It's just that this eye, the intensity of the Primavera shade, it's not there, you know. So I'm gonna keep playing around with it and then I'll probably just give it away. Original palette is heavier than this one, not much of a difference, but it is heavier than the imitation one. Like if I were to go to a store or like somewhere and they were to sell me the imitation palette, I would probably not notice the difference between the two. Like if somebody else, you know, were to tell me, I don't think I would notice the difference. But so far to me, my eyes look the same. You guys let me know what you guys think. This imitation palette was $15 and I believe in LA it's probably cheaper than that. We got it here at like a pulga, so obviously it's gonna be, you know, they need to get profit too, so it's probably even cheaper than $15 to be honest. I really hope that you guys enjoy these type of videos, and if you do, don't forget to thumbs up the video. It helps me a ton, you guys have no idea. And with that being said guys, I will catch you guys in my next video very soon. Bye guys.